Hey, ladies and gentlemen, this is Carmine Sabia for Explain America, and former President Donald Trump just got fantastic news after Colorado gave him some terrible news. Before we get started, please make sure you like, comment, share, and subscribe. Those little things really help us out, and they help our channel continue to grow. So, former President Donald Trump, he's done a whole lot of things that have people really angry at him. Like winning the 2016 election. I think that's the thing he did that really infuriated them. And since then, there has been legal precedent and legal cases and all kinds of things made to get Trump and to nail Trump, essentially. And I think it's absolutely ridiculous. And the Colorado case may be the most ridiculous of them all. And I'll tell you why. And I'll break this down for you very simply so you can argue with your liberal friends and have facts on your side while they argue with just emotions. And I'm going to do that after I show you this clip. But I want to show you the clip from Maggie Haberman, not a Trump fan, saying exactly how this is going to backfire on Democrats. Let's take a look.
But I also want to find out what's happening in Trump world to this, the reaction to this explosive ruling from the Colorado Supreme Court. Joining us now is Maggie Haberman, a senior political correspondent for the New York Times and CNN political analyst. Maggie, I noted Trump was just on stage in Waterloo. He did not mention this decision on stage there, but what are you hearing from Trump insiders about their reaction to the ruling tonight?
They generally see it, Caitlin, as a gift. I mean, Trump is not happy about any of these cases, particularly cases that tie him to a charge of insurrection, but they see the way that they anticipate this will play out. As you know, they are going to appeal. They are going to ask the Supreme Court to take it up. The Supreme Court doesn't have to. If they don't, it's basically affirming the decision, which I think becomes complicated, although they could obviously always affirm it. They feel pretty good about their chances that it will get overturned. And either way, they see this as something that they can use to argue that he is being victimized. It's something that's easy for voters to understand, Caitlin, which is, effort to throw someone off the ballot. Some of these legal cases, the criminal cases that he's facing, are more complicated. So, again, none of this in the aggregate is the kind of news that most people would like, but somehow every time Donald Trump gets a piece of legal news that in normal times would be problematic, it has had a rallying effect on his supporters.
Now, Maggie's correct. Every time they do one of these things, Trump rises in the polls. He's like the Teflon Don, if you know what I'm saying. And I think the thing here to think about with the Colorado Supreme Court is they were egregious. They've invented legal precedent. For example, if you go to the 14th Amendment, Section 3, which they're using, one would have to be first convicted of insurrection, which Trump never was. In fact, Trump's never even been charged with insurrection. Jack Smith could have charged him. He didn't. So he hasn't even been charged with this crime. Yet the Colorado Supreme Court has bent the law, has done gymnastics to not only essentially, not literally, but essentially charge and convict him with insurrection. They then add something to the 14th Amendment, Section 3, that doesn't exist. See, it doesn't apply to the presidency. They went through great pains to mention every office you could not hold if you were convicted of insurrection, and they never mentioned the presidency. I believe this Supreme Court will take the case. I believe they will strike it down, and I predict an 8-1 or 9-0 decision with several of the liberals, if not all of them, agreeing that this is absolutely egregious. They want to talk about protecting democracy. And their idea of protecting democracy is first trying to imprison the leading Republican candidate, then remove him from the ballot so voters don't have a choice. That's democracy to Democrats in 2023. I want to know what you think about this. Please let me know in the comments. Absolutely, because this is a hot issue. Also, again, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. It really helps us out. I'm Carmine Sabia for Explain America. We love you guys. God bless you. Take care, everybody.